Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about something that can completely change your life: how to take total control of your personal finances. It doesn't matter if right now you feel that money is never enough, if you're trapped in debt, or if you simply want to improve your relationship with money. I promise that in this video you'll find clear steps, real examples, inspiring stories, and practical strategies so that starting today, you can take control of your financial future. Before we begin, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any tip that will help you improve your finances. Most people never control their money because they don't understand their relationship with it. Some see money as a problem. Others see it as something that disappears as quickly as it comes. And a few see it as a powerful tool. Here's the truth: your money mindset is 50% of your financial success. If you think money is bad, you'll reject it. If you think it's never enough, it never will be. But if you think money is a tool you can learn to manage, your life starts to change. Let me tell you Anna's story. She was a teacher who earned a modest salary. For years she kept saying, "I never have enough money." But she had never sat down to analyze where her money was going. When she finally did, she discovered she was spending over $150 a month on coffee, fast food, and impulse shopping. Once she realized that, she started to change her mindset. Here's an exercise for you: take 10 minutes after this video and write down what you think about money, what phrases you heard your parents say about money, and whether you believe having more money is something good or bad. Because those beliefs are like seeds, and today they are bearing fruit in your financial life. Leave me your answer in the comments. What was the very first belief about money you heard in your life? Now let's move on to the next step: making an X-ray of your financial situation. You can't control what you don't know. So before you try to save or invest, you need to diagnose your finances. Ask yourself, how much do I actually earn each month? How much do I spend? And where exactly does my money go? Here's an example. Suppose you earn $1,000 a month. $400 go to rent, $200 to food, $150 to transportation, $100 to entertainment, $50 to subscriptions and apps. And the rest just disappears without you even noticing. This is where most people lose control, with the so-called small leaks or money drips. That $2 coffee, that app you don't use, those "I deserve it" treats every week. It seems small, but at the end of the month, it can easily add up to more than 20% of your income. Take Pedro's case, for example. He was an engineer who discovered he was spending $80 a month on apps he didn't even use. When he canceled those subscriptions, in just 1 year he had saved almost $1,000. That allowed him to pay part of his debt. Now let me ask you, how many subscriptions do you have active that you don't really use? Netflix, Spotify, gym apps, often we don't even take advantage of them. It's time to be honest and review. If this advice is useful, give this video a like and share it with someone who needs to organize their finances. The third step is to create a budget that works for you. And I want you to change the idea that a budget is a limitation, because in reality, it's your greatest tool for freedom. A budget isn't a prison, it's your map to financial freedom. There are several methods. One of the most popular is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. Another method is the envelope system or using separate accounts, where you physically or digitally divide your money. Some people even use mobile apps that track spending in real time. Here's a practical example. If you earn $2,000 a month, $1,000 goes to needs, $600 to wants, and $400 to savings or investment. It seems simple, but the power lies in consistency. Laura, a single mom, applied the 50-30-20 rule. In 6 months she built an emergency fund of $1,500, something she hadn't managed to do in 10 years of working. And it wasn't because she earned more money, but because she managed it better. Now let me ask you, do you already have a written budget? Most people don't. And that's the problem. Would you like me to upload a video exclusively about how to create a budget step by step? If so, write it down in the comments. Now let's talk about the fourth step, paying off debt intelligently. Money can't give you freedom if you're trapped in debt. And the key is having a plan. There are two very effective methods. The first is the snowball method. You pay off the smallest debts first to gain motivation. The second is the avalanche method. You pay off the debts with the highest interest first to save more money in the long run. Imagine this case. You have three debts: a credit card of $500 with 20% interest, another of $200 with 15% interest, and a loan of $1,000 with 10% interest. If you apply the snowball method, you start paying off the $200 debt for motivation. If you apply the avalanche method, you tackle the $500 debt to save on interest. Both work. Jose combined both methods. He started with the snowball method to get motivated, and then used the avalanche method to save money. In 2 years, he paid off $10,000 in debt. And the most important thing, he regained his peace of mind. Subscribe right now, because soon I'll be uploading a video 100% dedicated to strategies for paying off debt quickly. The fifth step is to create your emergency fund. This fund is your safety net, your financial life jacket. The initial goal is to save $1,000. The ideal goal is to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. Let's suppose you spend $800 a month in total. Your emergency fund should be between $2,400 and $4,800. And here's a key tip: that fund should be in a separate account, preferably in a different bank, so you don't get tempted to touch it. Marta lost her job during the pandemic. If she hadn't had an emergency fund of 3 months, she would have had to go into debt. Thanks to that fund, she was able to stay calm while she found a new job. And I want you to think about this: what would happen if tomorrow you lost your main source of income? Are you prepared, or would you have to run to borrow money? Let's move to the sixth step, learning to save and invest. And I want to make something very clear here: saving is important, but investing is what gives you financial freedom. Saving protects you, but investing grows your wealth. And you don't need to be rich to start. In fact, the earlier you start with small amounts, the better. There are basic and accessible investments, like index funds, small real estate such as renting out a room, or even digital businesses you can start from home. Luis started investing just $50 a month in an index fund. After 5 years, he had accumulated more than $4,000 thanks to compound interest. It all started with one small step. If you want me to make a full series on investments for beginners, give this video a like and subscribe. The seventh step is to take care of your mindset and habits. Because true financial control is not only in the numbers, it's in your daily mindset. Some key habits are writing down your expenses every day, reading about finances for 10 minutes a day, and surrounding yourself with people who have good money practices. Andres used to surround himself with friends who spent every weekend. When he changed circles and started spending time with people who talked about investments, his financial life completely changed. And now I want to add something else: avoid the most common mistakes that destroy personal finances. Mistake number 1, spending more than you earn. Mistake number 2, not having an emergency fund. Mistake number 3, buying things to impress others. Mistake number 4, thinking you'll fix your finances when you earn more, because if you don't know how to manage $100, you won't know how to manage $1,000 either. Before closing, I want you to remember this phrase: money doesn't change who you are, it only amplifies what you already are. If you're irresponsible, it will make you more irresponsible. But if you're disciplined, money will become your tool for freedom. Now you know the steps to take total control of your personal finances. Remember, it doesn't matter how much you earn today, what matters is how you manage what you have. If this video helped you, subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next tips. Leave me a comment: which step are you going to apply first in your financial life? And if you know someone who needs to improve their relationship with money, share this video. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, money is a tool, but the real power is in how you use it.